So the same product, I'm at a different table now because here is running our vision software. So everything is okay. You see my hands moving. Yes, of course, it's the same demo, and we have chosen to do the same demo just to show you the difference. In this case, there is no difference in taking the barcode scanner. There is no difference in scanning the variant and going to the next step. I'll pick the housing, and then you see the first difference with our validate. You know, it's really hard to put it wrong, in my opinion, if you project it like this. But still, if the operator puts it like this, you see, here are the grades. He has to put it in a different way. He has to move it. With the flash, we show him or her where to move it. So if I put it like here or here. So the only way to move forward is if the product is in the correct position. Still, it's 33 grades off. So when I put it in the correct position, it's the only way to move forward. Black knot, the same. We do nothing different here. Pick the screw. In this case, I showed you in the validate demo that the usage of the Nexo, the tool, the integrated tool, is pretty poka-yoke. But we still see quite some traditional or just electric tools on workbenches. So let's say I don't have the smart tool, so I just take the normal tool. I have the screw in my hand, but I will not put it in, and I will pretend screwing. When I take my hand away, our vision system immediately detects that the screw is missing and will not go to the next step before I screw the screw in the right position. Of course, I have no control over the torque and things like that with this type of tool, but I will be able to see if the screw is present, yes or no. So you also see that we are using the vision camera or the vision sensor to do immediately detections while I'm working and giving immediately feedback to the operator that he has to rework. So in this case, not having the screw there is false, of course. You can have different kinds of faults, and that can trigger different kind of, let's say, rework flows, depending a little bit on what the issue is. In this case, I scanned the red tube, so using this one, when I pick it, again, I'm gonna keep the red tube in my hand. Classical question when we do this demo with the validate, how can I be sure that the tube is there? With the validate, to be honest, you cannot be sure, but again, every time I tell the customer, if you show it like this to an operator, you know that he picked the tube, you know that he goes to the right position on the product. There's a high chance that he's doing the correct thing. But still, some customers want it to be validated and to be 100% sure that the tube is in the correct position. So in this case, I will show you what happens if it's not. So again, I have the tube here in my hand. I'm not screwing it. I get a red light. The tube is missing. Let's say when I put it here, just on top of the product, okay, it's rolling out now. You see, it has to be in the correct position. In this case, it's almost there, but it's not there. Just to show you how precise the vision camera on the vision sensor is looking through this now. So I only can go to the next step if I'm reworking this. So that's what I will do. I will do it in a correct way. Oh, you see, I'm not the best operator. So again, if you have questions, put them in the Q&A in the chat, and we will address them later. So here, typing in. Okay, going to the next step. Nipple, again, I'm pretty convinced that if you show the operator the information in this way, okay, it can go wrong, but we see in real life that it doesn't go wrong. because if you guide the operator, you keep the focus of the operator on the job, he will do the things like you expect him or her to do. But still, there's a long side and a short side on this nipple. And the short side has to go into the housing to be correct. Let's say I'm a little bit distracted. I do it wrong. System detects that I'm doing it wrong and gives immediately feedback saying, okay. You also see in this case that we work with a different GIF showing how to flip the nipple, which is not that difficult, of course. But just to show you what the difference is with our validate system. So again, it goes a step back and tells me to insert it, and I go back with my hand. The system detects that it's there. Next step, put it back, and then my work is done. So you see also a lot of, or not a lot, but some of the data we collect here. Who produced it? Well, today I was a standard user. I did not batch, so the system did not know who exactly I was, but that's of course also a possibility. Talked a lot. How many producers from the red, how many pieces of the red tube were already produced? And of course there was no torque because I was screwing with the normal screwdriver. Again, and now it's restarted. So that was our